Well, it's time for Freddie's Power Rankings ahead of the 12th round of the National Rugby League. The man himself is in the studio with me. Bradley, hello.
James.
Nice to see you as always. Last time we get to chat before you go into Origin camp.
Can't wait.
Whether I'm sad or excited, a bit of both.
Cannot wait.
All right, let's go into it. I bet you can't. Your team Power Rankings. Let's start with number 10. They stay in the same spot as they were last week, the Manly Seagulls, back-to-back wins. Above them in 9th, dropping from 8th, the West Tigers on that back of the 16-2 loss to the Penrith Panthers.
Wouldn't mind having a chat about the Tigers quickly. They're sliding out of my power top 10. They've got to score some points. The team they're playing this week is the only team that scored less points than them. That's the Dogs, who are really struggling. So this is their opportunity. Josh Reynolds comes back into the team. Lola Hare comes back into the side. This is their chance to... They're working too hard for wins, and it's going to cost them a position on my power ranking soon.
Yep, well, with Josh Reynolds there, see how it unfolds against the Bulldogs live on 3 on 9 this Sunday afternoon. The team above them, they've come into your top 10 in the power rankings, the Broncos, and what a win it was, the baby Broncos, with all those injuries over the Roosters on Friday.
What a fantastic match. The ground was back in good condition. Look at these young Katoni Stags. He came on when Opachik got knocked out early in the game and just was absolutely brilliant. And this is to draw the scores level with only 7 minutes to go. Jimmy the Jet, watch how he just puts the afterburners on there. Poor old James Tedesco just left him just grasping.
That's beautiful to watch.
Air.
Beautiful to watch.
And then Jermaine Osako.
From nowhere.
2 minutes to go. Just had them all looking. Just had them all looking. And that was old Cooper Cronk there, just got stuck in mud, and what an absolutely brilliant game. But yeah, they're a funny side, the Broncos. They're good one day and poor the next.
It was a good win on Friday night. So they're in 8th spots on your team power rankings as we look, see who's above them following the 11th round of the National Rugby League. We find the Roosters after that loss to the Bronx slipping from 6 to 7. The Melbourne Storm next above them in 6th. They were first this time last week. Above them, the Warriors.
Pumped.
They've jumped from 7th to 5th, the Warriors, on the back of an impressive win without some of their stars as well. No Roger Tuivasa-Sheck or Sean Johnson, yet the wins keep coming.
Yeah, Mason Lenard's been a real find from this year. He's covered for Sean Johnson fantastically, and we saw the early try to Fusitu'a. He's just unbelievable, Dave Fusitu'a. He's one of the most valuable players in the competition, I've got to say. He's excellent. They did play Parramatta, who, you know, their resistance was low at times. But to go over there, they haven't won over here for a long time, and they're just sending all the right messages to Warriors. Huge game. South Sydney this week.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Bring it on. Let's head into your top 4, Brad, and your team power rankings. No surprise, the Cronulla Sharks, after 5 straight wins, their latest victim, the Bulldogs, they stay in 4th. Ahead of them, the Panthers, they've jumped from 5th to 3rd. They sit 2nd on the NRL ladder. They are going very nicely, the latest win against the Tigers. 2nd spot, they stay there, the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And then, in top spot, the Dragons are back from 3rd. You liked what you saw over the weekend against the Raiders.
Yeah, they bounced back. They got beat by South the week before. They had a few injuries. They're looking pretty buckled. They've had the hardest draw out of any team, and they're sitting on top. McInnes was fantastic. He's the balance, set up a try for Matt Duffy, who kicks on for Gareth Widdop. Duffy was awesome. Scored that beautiful try where it's just all speed. But did a great job. Took the game out to Mudgee. Have a look at Duffy here. You reckon the people there, the 10,000 people that turned up, if that just wasn't enough for them, have a look at them. Off the ground,
so
cheering. It would have been awesome. Looked like a fantastic day there. So congratulations for taking the game out there, one, and rebounding after the loss. Looking good, St George.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a fantastic win. I love the regional footy that's been played so far this year. It's a Dragon star that features in Brad's top 10 in 10th spot in the player power rankings, and he's been there before, and he stays there. Jack de Belin, even despite some injury concerns of late, he's still fighting on. Ahead of him, another man who doesn't move.
The
was
Peach.
in 9th, stays in 9th. The Peach, a fan favourite, and a Brad Fittler favourite as well. Above him, though, he's jumped into the top 10 for the first time. Jimmy the Jet, James Robertson.
Have a look at
wow,
that.
The highlights say it all.
Yeah, the match-up between him and Latrell was just, you know, an absolute delight to watch. And to watch him skirt both the boys here, Latrell thought he'd get up quick and not give him his outside, and then Manu thought he'd do the same, and he got them both. I was standing right in front, just watching that, his facials as he accelerated. It was just, you know...
This is all contort, his face.
Oh, yeah, it was just a human being, just, you know, at its best. Just
love it.
Stuff that I didn't have, you know, the ability to be able to accelerate that quickly. But, yeah, his body was working to its max.
It was great seeing he and Latrell trying to impress you on the sideline on Friday night. Let's continue up the player power rankings ahead of James Roberts in 7th spot. He's come back into the top 10. Damien Cook, the Rabbitohs number 9. I know you've got your eye on him ahead of Origin 1 Brad Lee. And ahead of him, also making his debut this week at number 6, Turbo Tommy Trbojevic on the back of a crucial win for Manly in Melbourne.
That's right. Turbo couldn't get out of his own way a couple of weeks ago. And over the last 2 weeks, thought it was fantastic. Last week, he was pretty much the winning of the game. And then this week, he set up a couple, scored a vital try. This was down there against Melbourne. It was one of those games again where, you know, everything happened. There was stinks, there was sim binning going on, and he stood tall through the whole thing. He kept his composure. He had a couple of errors early as well, Turbo, but just got on with it. He was absolutely brilliant.
All right, he sits in 6th in your player power rankings and sitting in 5th. This man very familiar with Freddie's top 10. He's back in at Gareth Widdop in 5th spot at the moment.
Was he out? Did I drop him last week?
He's come from nowhere.
Jeez, that's harsh.
He's back harsh, but he's back. Back with a bang. Ahead of him, though, no surprise to see one, Kalen Ponga. He's dropped from 2nd, but in losing teams, he's still picking up Dally and medal points.
He's a freak. Look at him. He's a freak. I'm trying to think what sort of animal to compare him to. Just the way he skips around and just gets the better of everyone. Look at
gazelle?
this. Well, he's a bit sort of sharper than a gazelle. I'd go smaller, more like a hare. You know?
Yep.
But he's a big hare.
Well done, Kalen. Congratulations.
He's very good to watch.
He stays in your top 4 in your player power rankings. Let's continue up them. Interesting to see this guy on the back of a crucial win for the Gold Coast Titans. Jai Arrow in number 3 spot. James Maloney is just ahead of him. He's jumped from 3rd to 2nd. And number 1, he stays there, Andrew Fifita.
Having an incredible season. He played without the C this week. And I thought quite gallant everything he did. Tough game. The Dogs really turned up. They got on the board early, the Dogs put pressure on the Sharks, and I thought he just went hard all day. Played like a good old-fashioned front rower. At times he games changes, and I think over the last sort of month or so that it's always changed in the right direction of the team. So he's been absolutely great, and he stays at the top.
He's happy to play Origin for free, he says, Brad. Yeah. So am I.
You're in.
Yeah, done.
What position?
Left, right, out.
Oh,
yep.
right.
Thank you, Bradley. All the best with camp too.
Awesome.
I'll miss you.
Can't wait.
Brad Fittler with his power rankings after 11 rounds of the National Rugby League.